High school sports on Ticket TV is brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Bangor, Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street, Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Next Home Experience. Get lubed and get sold with Next Home Experience. Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Heroes is the place to be. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-BEAR. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's education for 56 years. Ticket TV is also brought to you by Darling's Auto Group, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Doors Equipment Company, Union Street Towing, Pushaw Energy, The Fitch Company, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place, Hillside Athletics, UMaine Early College, Bangor Tire Company, Old Town Redemption Center, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Traditions Golf Course, North Star Waste and Recycling, Bar Harbor Hannaford, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Hopkins Energy, Coastal Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, and Thomas College. Now let's get you out to the action on Ticket TV.
For the first time in Eastern Maine media history, high school lacrosse is televised. Jim Baines here with you, along with Zach Ellis here on Ticket TV. Finally, glad to get some lacrosse here. And some good action here today as Bangor takes on Brewer. Zach, we had a chance to talk with both the Bangor and the Brewer coaches beforehand, and so there's a lot to offer here today.
Yeah, I got to talk to both coaches. It's really good. I've worked with them before, me and you both being officials, of course. We got to talk to them a bit about their experience, some of their strategies going into the game today, as well as we got to meet with a couple of their players as well. So I'm super excited to see what the teams are offering today. Very interesting game. I'm sure we'll have to have these players, of course, a lot of them played together with the Eastern Maine Youth Lacrosse. So it's interesting. The coaches were talking about how on the field they're very aggressive, but after the game they're just giving hugs and high fives and just having an overall good time.
Yeah, gorgeous weather here today. Here we got some clouds, got some high 60s, maybe 70 degrees here, but we got it easy up here. We're up here in the Dean's broadcast booth. By the way, Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader for 54 years. You can renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, and feel good and look good in a clean, shiny, new-looking car. You can book your appointment with Dean's at deansdetailing.com. And we talked about the weather. We've had some very, very rainy weather. They play on turf here, as you can see here, but finally we get some warm weather here and in May, and much better to play, obviously.
Yeah, the past week's just been great for weather. I've actually had a couple opportunities where I get to ref games in shorts and a T-shirt instead of the long pants and coats.
Right. Well, and just a little background, as Zach mentioned, we both referee lacrosse here. Got a couple of veteran officials down here on the floor, with Jeff Howes being one of them out there on the field. But, and it's with spring in Maine, just like late fall in Maine. You could have 70 degrees one day, you could have 30 degrees the next. You never know what you're going to get here. But it's all about the kids today. Let's talk a little bit more here. You managed to talk a bit about some of the Brewer kids as well. Yeah,
so I got to meet both Ryan and Connor. Ryan's going to be number 2 on the field. He is a attack player as well as a defensive midi. And he is actually talking about some prospects of playing in college. He says he's going to St. Joseph's in Connecticut, where he's looking to play some more attack and some more midi. I guess he's going to be going there for exercise science, he says. So that's going to be really exciting for him.
Excellent.
Connor, number 15, he's going to be heading over to University of Southern Maine for finance. Connor plays LSM and short stick midi. He says some of his great strengths on the field, actually, Connor says he's really able to see the field and really command and control the defense to coordinate them. So I'm excited to see that today.
You know, while we're thinking about it, let's take a look at the standings here for both Class A and Class B here. Class A is well, let's take a look. Yeah, we'll start with Class B here. Brewer plays in Class B, and Bangor plays in Class A. As you can see, Brewer 6-3, kind of middle of the pack right now here. Yarmouth, York, and Kennebunk, those York County teams there running the show there right now in Class B lacrosse here. Some of the local teams, if you take a look, not really. And Brewer's probably the closest one, second closest, I suppose you could be good Camden Hills.
Lawrence is down towards Waterville, I believe.
Lawrence down towards Waterville, of course. And but I was going to say Nokomis, but they're Class C in, I believe, in.
We also have Messalonsky down in Waterville.
We have about Messalonsky as well, but they're Class C. Moving over to Class A, we'll take a look at the Bangor Rams. As you see, they're in 11th place, also kind of middle of the pack with a 3-4 record. Top three being Falmouth, Thornton Academy, and Cape Elizabeth. Cumberland and York counties represented strong, as you can see. And, you know, this is something that is still growing here in the Bangor area. There is an Eastern Maine Youth Lacrosse League where a lot of these kids you're going to see today played for several years before playing high school. Still a growing sport here, as you can see.
Very much, yeah. You know, I'm excited to see where the game continues to move. There's still a lot of new teams that are a little rough in shape with middle school and youth game teams. But, you know, both these guys here, a lot of their players actually had a youth program to build up from. So we're seeing a lot of experienced high school players here today. All
right. This reminder as well, high school lacrosse on TTV is presented by Greenway Equipment Sales. Greenway Equipment in sales in both Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. And the Smith Brothers, your local John Deere dealers. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
High School Lacrosse on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Main Street in Bangor, and Union Street in Bangor. If you're looking for a steady job with great benefits and a real career growth, well, McDonald's is hiring. McDonald's offers health insurance, critical care coverage, paid time off, and even tuition assistance. And whether you're looking for a long-term career or a flexible job that fits your life, McDonald's has a place for you. Stop by and learn more. No appointment needed. 3 locally owned locations: Union Street in Bangor, Main Street in Bangor, Wilson Street in Brewer. And you can visit McHire, or should say jobs.mchire.com, and apply today. Also, High School Lacrosse Ticket TV is presented by Levesque Business Systems, your one-stop shop for office equipment and office furniture. Levesque Business Systems, call 942-2226. Or visit levesquesupply.com. Let's take a look at the rosters here. Let's take a look at the Brewer Witches for first. Zach, I tell you what, we talked to a couple of kids here. Impressive young men the Brewer Witches have.
Yeah, definitely. So here we got all the names and their jersey numbers. That way you can follow along on the field with us. You can also see their grade, if they're freshmen, sophomore, senior, juniors. But yeah, we got to talk to a couple kids down on the field. I talked to Connor and talked to Ryan. I mentioned a bit about both their prospects going into college, but one of the things I want to touch on is Ryan was talking about some of his strengths out there on the attack and what's going to help them win on that offense. He says his position on the field, he's a really good passer. He's always looking to get that next pass and try to find those openings for them to take nice shots and get goals in the back of the net.
All right, let's take a look at the Bangor Rams roster as well. And we talked with their goalie, Nick Horton, earlier today, and also Coach Keim as well.
Yeah. So we talked with the coach there, and he's very excited for this game today. He was talking a bit about his strategy, his offense. He says for all of his kids on the field here, their biggest strength has been well-rounded players, good shooters, good defenders, and they're looking to take their time on the offense and get some goals in the back of the net there.
And I'd like to remind you that these rosters are brought to you by Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, the best landscaping materials, and landscaping equipment. It's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn, and also glenburnlandscape.com. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with some exciting Bangor Brewer lacrosse action.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we are in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Black Bear Nation, join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. DeansDetailing.com.
High school lacrosse on Ticket TV is presented by the Next Home Experience. Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Also, high school lacrosse is also presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be. The official sports grill of Ticket TV, in downtown Bangor at HeroSportsGrill.com. Let's take a look at the program history first for the Brewer Witches. Still haven't got any championship yet. Still a very young program. Missed the playoffs last year. They were 4-10 last year, 10-4 a couple of years ago, and 10-2 back in 2022.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
The Bangor Rams program history here at Ticket TV. By the way, Ticket TV is brought to you partially by Doors Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs. Now offering $0 down, 0% APR. Taking a look at the Bangor history as we're just about to get ready for action.
Yeah.
All right. No championships as of yet. Last year they lost to Cape Elizabeth in the quarterfinals, and coming off a 10-4 record as of last year, and steadily getting better. 7-5 a couple of years ago. 9-5. Or I should say 3 years ago. 9-5 in 2023. Face off, getting ready to go.
Perfect. Look like the ref's getting them set and down, ready to go.
Jeff Howes is the man in the middle today with the stripes.
All right, we got the wing guys coming in, looking to get that ball out. Possession is made. That means those guys behind those blue restraining lines are now freed. Looks like Brewers off to a good first possession. Oh.
Yep, that's Connor Gerard carrying around, guarded closely there. Losing the ball a little bit. Looks like Chase Caron forced that ball to go down. Brewers still in control.
Yep. And ball's changed over. It looks like they're going to bring it right up the wing there. Looks like they're trying to get some subs on the fly. Deepol's looking for a quick, Oh, bounce right off number 5 there.
Yep. It's Philip Mosconi carrying right now. Mosconi guarded closely there.
Perfect.
By Youngs.
All right, looks like they're taking their time, setting up. Looks like they're going to try to do an isolation play here. They're kind of making a lot of space. Decide not to pass the ball off. All right.
This is Marc-Andre Perron with the ball right now. Holding closely. Pass over to Mosconi.
Looks like they're passing around the top, trying to find opportunities. Looks like 3-6 there is trying to give space for 14 and 3-2 there to make some sort of play happen. He's not sure if he likes that matchup. He's going to go ahead and pass the ball off. Those long poles can be quite intimidating in those matchups. They're looking, trying to get around players. It can be a little difficult when you got that 6-foot pole right in your face.
All right. Mosconi getting the pass from Eli Marsh. Getting behind. Behind the net. Looking to get in there, but no, that's the goalie will get a hold of the ball and scoop it in. I think that was the intended pass. I couldn't tell if it's going to Mosconi or which one, but either way, we still have a loose ball on the field. And it's going to be picked back up by Marsh.
Gets a touch in the box there. For those that don't know much about lacrosse quite yet, it's a fairly new sport. You have about 10 seconds after gaining initial possession to get it in that big blue box around the goal area there.
And the lines on this field are the blue lines we're working with. The lacrosse lines are blue on this field, and we use this field for 4 or 5 sports, it appears.
It's always hard to judge when you got all these lines over here.
All right, that's Mosconi looking to drive in. Loses control of the ball, gets tipped away. Fought for on the ground near the crease.
Ooh, looks like they hockeyed it right in there. I think that was number 3-2. I think 3-2 made that shot there.
I'm going to see who gets credit for that one because that one came up relatively quickly there.
Yeah,
Keep an
let's
eye
take a
on
look
that.
at it. So look, when we get to the replay here, it looks like they made a dodge right at the top of the box there. Let's see. 3-2. Yeah. Oh, no, 22?
No, 22.
22, nice.
22, Will Pelk. And that's a very rare thing in high school lacrosse. Basically, as you said, hockeyed in there, just bouncing in. You can, get in any way you can, really.
Yeah, you can kick it. You can throw it from the ground with the stick there, or you can actually shoot it.
That's a rare shot there. Oh, we have a legal procedure here. And it's going to be a Brewer. It's going to be a Brewer ball, Bangor ball. Or did we? Did they call
looks
set?
like the officials are getting
They didn't
together.
call set yet. They did not call set. They got to be set before they give me the legal procedure here.
Perfect. So what's going on here, too? You can see we have 3 midfielders on either side of the ball. There's guys out in the wing standing behind the blue line. They're not allowed to start moving until that whistle's blown. Right now, all the players on the defensive sides are waiting for possession to be called before they move out of those boxes.
Matson for Bangor had control of the ball. Lost it over to Gerard for Brewer.
Perfect. Number 2 doing a good job there, pushing him down the alley. He doesn't want that player to be upside top the box there because that's where he's going to have his best shooting opportunities.
Yep, that's Ryan Edgecombe who gets the ball back to Youngs.
Okay, looks like they've made all their substitutions. They're going to go ahead and start making some plays here, see if Brewer can get a point on the board.
O'Daly getting the ball behind the net to Edgecombe. Edgecombe looking.
Trying to push up and get a. Ooh, he tried to go a little low under behind the back there.
Well, that's great defense from Ryan Beck there out front.
Winning that ground ball real quick, and he's moving it straight up the field as fast as he can.
That's Ian Blackwell getting the ball up
to
Matson. Matson crossing the line, looking for the open man, finds him right there, being Eli Marsh. Marsh looking. Lost
Ball
control
is
of the
knocked
ball.
down in the air. Defense is going to try to pick it up. Oh, breaks free. Might be able to regain it for the offense there.
Phil Mosconi once more time, getting the ball back to Marsh.
Throwing it back behind X there. X position's a very fun spot on the field here because the goalie's really having to kind of rotate their entire vision around the field, and it gives opportunity for the offense behind him to set up into a different position that he might not notice. All right, setting the pick.
Mosconi again, loses control. Loose ball on the field. Bangor gets it back. Mosconi one more time, looking to get in. Trying to find his open teammate in front. Decided to just slow it up a little bit there. Marsh one more time.
A lot of knockdown passes today. The defense is keeping their sticks up, trying to put them in passing lanes between the offense there and seeing if they can knock it on the ground. A lot of knockdowns, really.
Brewer in control. That's Cam Peters. Looking to take across.
Oh.
Check that, Gerard.
And they get their touch in the box there.
Back to Peters. Behind the net, and Peters one more time.
They're rotating it around the entire field there. They're getting their substitutions going. Oh, he manages to cut in there. He's trying to look for something. He takes a shot. Ball goes out of bounds. This is an important time to talk about what happens when the ball goes out of bounds on a shot. It ends up going to the person closest to the ball, the team closest to the ball, and that's only on shots. If it was a normal pass, it'd go to the other team.
Edgecombe looking to get control. Instead goes behind to Adelier.
Oh,
Aaron pass there from Harriman. Yeah, now it's going to sail out of bounds there. Bangor will take over.
All right, making a quick transition up the field, getting it right across half there, and already got their touch in the box. Now they're going to set up their offense and see if they can make something happen. Looks like they just got their substitution figured out. Okay.
Parent for Bangor.
So I'm hearing down here on the field, I don't know if our listeners here can hear the coaches and the players yelling, but we're hearing a lot of yellow echo on the field there. And I'm thinking when they're saying yellow here, they're telling their players to slow down. Let's get set up. Let's make something happen, but we're going to take our time with it.
This is Eli Marsh looking for his open man, or looking for an open teammate. What do we have? Crease violation? I can see where Jeff is pointing there. Jeff Hauser, official. I think he was pointing at the crease. Was someone in the crease? Well,
I didn't catch it. Catch it. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
All right, we'll circle back to that. If Jess House saw it, it definitely happened. Let's just go with that. All right. Moving on, Stephen Youngs for Brewer.
Perfect. Little flip pass there, just keeping the ball up at the top of the box.
That's Trey
Substitutions coming on.
Yep, Trey Dumont in control right now, just outside the arc.
Looks like he wants to challenge that defender there. He's really pushing for it. Ends up running into the other defender there. Now he's got two players on him. He should be looking for the pass. And there's the pass. All right.
Back up top to Stephen Youngs. Youngs looking again. A shot. Did that go off the bar?
It looked like it bounced right off the goalie's body. It looked like he did a good job keeping his body in front of the shot there. And right off the stick, goalie is staying in front of that ball.
Loose ball on the field.
There is a flag on the play as well.
We do, okay.
There it is.
And
I'm assuming it was a slash. I saw a stick come right down on top of a helmet earlier. We'll see what they choose to do.
All right, Mr. House coming out to report.
And there it is. There's the slash.
1 minute slashing on Liam Kellerhalls. So Brewer will be up a man for a full minute.
Yep, so now Bangor is going to have to play with one less man, and we're probably going to see their defense kind of swap up their strategy here a little bit, see if they move to more of a zone defense where they're trying to guard specific areas of the field. Brewer overpasses and loses control of the ball. That's going to give Bangor some time to burn off that penalty and hopefully get back onto an even playing field with Brewer.
This is Ryan Beck getting the ball to the goalie, Nick Horton. Horton get up. Kind of an errant pass there, but it finds. Is that Marsh? Eli Marsh taking it down.
All right.
Now, with them being down a man, I think I'm going to look to milk the clock as much as they possibly can there.
Yep, Brewer's trying to take advantage of their man-up scenario. You can see they're keeping two players on them the entire time there as much as they can. When you have an extra player like that, you definitely want to make the most of them.
Well, Matson corrals the errant pass, getting over to Mosconi.
There's the two-man on the one guy trying to get that ball back. Oh, he manages to get a shot off.
Yes.
Bounces right off the goalie.
Mosconi's shot, as you said, saved.
Sometimes, depending on the communication there on the defense, you're able to find like a narrow channel between them because the defenders don't want to run right into each other, and they're kind of trusting each other. So it looked like he managed to find that pathway right through to the center of the field where he got that shot off.
All right. Matson in control.
Looks like the players are even now. The penalty is worn off. So they're moving into their regular offense now.
The shot coming in. Sails to the right side. It is Marsh that corrals it. And taking it back out. Actually looking to try to fight his way through the crease, see if he can get a close shot in. That one's
ball goes way high.
It's going to be way high, but that's going to stay Bangor ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those guys on X, they always want to try to wrap around the crease, that little circle around the goal itself there. They're trying to wrap around it and see if they can get a little cheeky shot on goal. It's up to the defender to keep them out of that space.
Marsh one more time.
Players are cutting in and out, trying to find any openings, see if they can break free from their man and get a pass in for a shot.
All right, Mattson up top.
Looks like he's going to challenge that player and try to drive him down and get a shot off. Looks like the slide pops up from number 5, and now he is taking that man. He says, I want this guy. I'm going to defend against him.
Will be Mosconi in control this time. Eli Marsh looking to drive in as well. Trying to get around a man.
He's fighting through it. Decides it's better not to shoot. Walks back out and looks to pass it off. Good defensive stance there.
Bangor likes to take their time. You know, Coach talked about this prior to the game here, that he likes to kind of slow it down and kind of read what the defense is all about here.
Yeah,
especially on transition.
Yeah, he said part of his strategy today is going to be identifying good matchups, people that he wants his offense to take on and challenge and break through. So it looks like they're kind of testing the waters of the Brewers' defense right now and seeing who they think they can beat. Oh, breaks free there.
Eli Marsh looking to come in with a whistle.
He's probably going to call Warden off on that.
Yeah, that's a Ward right there. And for those who don't know, Ward is kind of like an offensive foul here. It goes against Bangor. It's going to be Brewers' ball with about a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. Stephen Young's in control for Brewer. We'll see if Brewer responds with a similar slow-down offense right here.
Looks like he wants to drive in. He's trying to set up something with number 15 there, get some sort of screen. That way he can break free from his defender. Now, I believe, Jim, you were telling me that I don't play a lot of basketball. I don't know a lot about basketball, but you said that screens in lacrosse were very similar to screens in basketball.
This is true. Noah Dunham with the shot. Going down the other way, we were getting over to Eli Marsh. Marsh with a shot.
Break.
Does not take. That one goes, that's going to be called a shot. That's ruled out of bounds. It's going to be Bangor's ball in the last minute. By the way, high school lacrosse on Ticket TV is brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. It's a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. Bangor controlling in the last half minute. Mosconi looking at Reagan. Eli Marsh.
Number 5 throwing out a lot of poke checks there, trying to dislodge that ball from 36.
Yeah, that's Noah Cannon. We're in the last few seconds here looking to get it down the middle, and it looks like they're going to run out of time here in the first quarter.
And there's the time.
All right. Low-scoring game here in the first quarter here. Bangor 1, Brewer nothing. This is high school lacrosse on Ticket TV.
With the great backyard comes great responsibility. From the keeper of the flame to the referee of the greatest game ever played. Lifelong memories start here at Glen Burn Landscape and Supply. Residential and commercial projects are a breeze with our premium mulch, stone, and topsoil products. And maintain your backyard in style with the industry's leading lawn care products and equipment. Built to work and built to last. With rugged durability and superior performance, these tools were built for you. Glen Burn Landscape and Supply, where great backyards begin.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
TTV is brought to you by Darlings in Bangor, Ellsworth, and Newport. With a great selection and great service, they're ready to put you behind the wheel. Visit darlings.com or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings. 1-0 in favor of the Bangor Rams. This is not the low-scoring game we were expecting here today, is it?
No. Lacrosse in general is a pretty high-scoring game. I've had many games that's well above 10 points for either team, so I'll be excited to see if they bring out the pressure in this next quarter.
Brewer will get the possession on the opening faceoff. That's Stephen Youngs grabbing it. Youngs taking it back in the other direction. Youngs losing control, getting it over to Ian Blackwell. Blackwell picks it up off the turf.
Very interesting transition right here. It's just going back and forth between the teams.
Finally, Brewer chases it down.
And it looks like they're getting their substitutions and they're setting up.
All right, that's Cole Harriman controlling. Correction, Stephen Youngs actually. Youngs over to Adeye.
Oh, ball's on the ground. It's going to be a ground ball scrum. We'll see where it comes out. Looks like Bangor manages to pick it up, and they're going to move it down the field. Bangor's really got to get in the box there.
That's Marsh one more time in control. Getting it back over to Mosconi. Mosconi with a bounce shot. Easily saved there. And Brewer picks it up going the other way here. Long pass into the, or getting close to the box. I don't think he got a touch yet there.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah,
I can see Jeff still counting the seconds.
Yeah, I don't think they got a touch. That's going to be failure to advance. Brewer did not get the ball into the attack area. It has to get into beyond where the 30-yard line is, and they got 10 seconds to do it after they cross the center line. Now Bangor in control and has an easy shot out front. Nice save out by Cody McHugh. And Brewer will, not McHugh, rather Andrew Gerard.
Made sure to get that touch this time.
Yes.
They did not want to lose that ball. All right, defense is finding who they're covering. Ball's getting passed around. Good knockdown there.
That's Edgecombe looking in, trying to get the shot in.
Ooh.
That one goes a little wide there, but right there is Cole Harriman.
That was very good stick skills on 16 there. You said that's Cole Harriman.
Yes.
He managed to pick that ball up and shoot it as he was following.
Well, actually, Harriman was the one who chased it down there. He's the one who was closest to the ball and out of bounds. All right.
Gotcha.
All right. Ball's loose. Looks like Bangor's going to scoop this one, and it is Walters this time taking it down. Andrew Walters, a little shove from behind here. He's okay. Get down to Mosconi. Mosconi getting the pass from Will Pelk.
Oh, manages to break free, gets a shot off, just wide.
Yeah, right there here to chase it down. That was Will Pelk. Getting it back up top for Mosconi. Which one did you want me to get? All right. Bangor, of course, slowing it down still. This is the same thing that it's almost like a delay offense here that we've seen in other sports here. But this time, coming in and scoring is Phil Mosconi. He just kind of worked his way around the left side and managed to sneak his way in.
Sweet deal. Yeah, no, that was very good stick skills from there. He managed to roll around his defender there. Let's see if we get the screen. Yep. So he's going to roll around his defender. He's going to bring the stick under, away from the goalie, and shoot as the goalie's falling down, getting him off balance, really tricking him out and trying to make him try to predict what he's doing.
Back to the face-off here. Two 2-0 Bangor in the early part of this one. Bangor easily wins that face-off. That's Ian Blackwell taking it down with a shot. And is it going to be Bangor was closer? I think so. Yep. All right. Pelk will take it in. And as Bangor slows it down, we can let you know that high school lacrosse on Ticket TV is presented by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, 240 West Old Town Road in Old Town, where golf is for everyone.
All right. Looks like it's trying to set up a screen. Man, in defense there, really smart play. Sometimes when you have those screens there, it's easier for the defenders to swap who they're guarding rather than trying to stay with their man.
Marsh with a pass to behind the net for Pelk. Pelk looking for his open teammate out front. You got to give Brewer credit. They're really kind of putting a lot of pressure there in the middle there, not letting Bangor get the easy shot.
Mm-hmm.
Perrin. Over to Mosconi. Again, Bangor taking their sweet time, looking to get their man in. Yep.
There we go.
There's a shot and score.
Very good play there.
Did that not go in?
Oh, might have been outside.
Wow. I blew my first score call right there. Cody Wells, I had the shot. I thought it went. No, it went to the far side of the net. And Brewer going back the other way. Ball's loose on the turf. Being battled for.
Number 6 pulls it out, decides to pass it up top, breaking free from the defense.
Yeah. That was Harriman. It was part of that battle. Right now, it's Youngs looking to get in.
First Brewer goal right
finally,
there.
The Brewer Witches, thanks to Steven Youngs, finds his way in and scores and makes it a 2-1 game.
He just broke through three defenders right there. He races past this guy, manages to cut around these two, and manages to get that shot right off. 4 defenders end up getting their sticks on him, and he just broke through all 4 of them. That's just good athleticism right there.
Let's take a look at the Bangor shot on goal. Well, do we have time before? No, we got to get to the face-off here. Oh, yep. Who moved too soon? Yeah, looked to me. Brewer did. Bangor ball right now. Ian Blackwell taking it, and this time quickly getting the touch. Eli Marsh slowing it down. Seeing more of that slow down offense there.
Yeah, gives them plenty of time to get those substitutions on and off the field. And right as soon as those substitutions are made, I'm sure they're going to be making a lot of plays to get that ball right in there.
Will Pelk in control, getting over to Mosconi.
Looking for good matchups. Now, ideally on offense here, if you do want to challenge someone, you want to get those short stick matchups. So 3-2 on 1-5 here. He's probably looking to challenge. Yep, there he goes. Doesn't get through. 1-5 puts on some good defense, but he helps draw that slide to let 3-6 get a shot on there.
That's Eli Marsh with the ground shot. Pops right back to him. And it's Pelk. Up front.
Tries to get a skip pass right in there. Doesn't quite make it. Now they're transitioning it back up the field.
Well, he got a great stick in there. Brewer going the other way. Lyndon Baker subbing out after making the pass over. Right now it's Edgecombe. I want to give him. I have my eyes down, looking in notes here, so I did not see what was the. Do we have a crease violation or?
I think there might have been an illegal screen on that one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Bangor ball. Marc-Andre Perron in control. Gave the pass over to Eli Marsh.
So one of the biggest strategies, and we've seen it a couple times already, is when you challenge, when you're that offensive player and you're challenging that defenseman, if you can even get a couple steps on him, what you might be able to do is you might be able to draw another defender to you. And that way, one of your guys is going to be open. If you manage to draw that player, you can get someone open. Ooh, nice roll inside, takes a shot and scores.
Take another look at that. I believe that was 33 Cody Wells.
He drives it up, rolls back, gets inside.
No mistake, it's Marsh.
Nice
Great
goal.
spin move there out front, and Bangor takes the 3-1 lead.
Bangor's really doing well on those challenges, I'll have to say.
High school lacrosse on Ticket TV, brought to you by Darlings in Bangor, Ellsworth, and Newport. With a great selection and great service, they're ready to put you behind the wheel. Visit darlings.com or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings.
Quite the scrum we got here. Looks like Brewer manages to get it up. They have a player right up the field. He's going to push down and try to put some pressure.
This is Stephen Youngs. Give the ball, the shot over by Harriman. In control, getting in control is back to Edgecombe. He's looking to find his way in.
Got kind of mixed up in there with the defense. He pops it back out and starts looking for an opening. Manages to find number 1-5, wide open, no one guarding him. Defense must have had some sort of miscommunication on who they were defending there.
Let's take another look.
Oh, there he is, wide open.
Yep, Connor Gerard.
Very good.
I'm assuming related to Coach Gerard from the team there.
Might be. I never.
We didn't ask that. We did not ask that. We asked 500 questions in pregame, and we didn't ask 501. The obvious one right there. All right. We got Brewers Oliver Gattarellis in the face-off, and it's easily scooped away by Bangor's Ian Blackwell. Behind the net for Will Pelk.
Seeing the Bangor offense doing a lot of crisscrossing in front of the goal there, trying to confuse the defense as well as pull away defenders to give players a lot of space to work with.
Well, good thing about the slowdown offense is we get a few more mentions in here. Dean's Detailing is the sponsor of Lacrosse on Ticket TV. Dean's Detailing has been Maine's auto detailing leader for 54 years. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car. We can book your appointment at deansdetailing.com.
As they're moving around here, I want to take a second and talk about some of the different types of checks these defenders are throwing out here. We're seeing a lot of poke checks where they're kind of lunging out with their stick trying to dislodge the ball. We also see a lot of lift checks where they're trying to pick up on the bottom hand of that player and see if they can get him to dump the ball. And, of course, we'll see the slash where they're just kind of swinging it across their body, trying to get a touch on that stick and see if they can knock it out.
We got Ian Blackwell and Philip Moscone, both passing the ball back and forth out front, just slowing things down, getting it over to Marsh. Marsh looking to see if he can find another way in like he did before. The pass does not go as he intended. Gets over to Andrew Gerard here. No, excuse me, not Gerard. Yeah, that is Gerard. Or at least it is. At least he is on this roster, number 1.
Manages to knock the ball down. Bangor managed to knock the ball down and pick it up, and now they're transitioning back onto offense there. Oh, and a quick transition back to Brewer. They're moving up the field. They might be looking for a fast break opportunity while they have a man.
Cannon gets the pass over to Dumond. Ball gets away.
So fast breaks here for those who haven't experienced a lot with lacrosse. Essentially, that's where you get a breakaway on the field. The player carries it down very fast. And in that instance, sometimes you get a man-up situation where there's a 4-on-3 just because you're so much farther ahead than the rest of the middies.
All right. This is Moscone, guarded closely there by Bryce Smith. Gets passed back up top to Perrin.
They got some good matchups here. They got a bunch of short poles. Decide to pass it off. Number 2-2's there calling for his team to make some cuts, try to confuse the defense and see if they can break away and get open there up in front of the goal. Oh.
Taking a little too much time as Stephen Youngs almost takes the ball away for Brewer. And instead, it's Connor Girard.
And here we go. We got a fast break opportunity. He's looking for that open guy. Open guy's trying to get a shot off. Just wide.
They're going to call that a shot, or are they going to call that a pass? They're going with a shot on that one, giving him the benefit of the doubt right there. Cole Harriman taking it out. We're in the last minute of the first half. And timeout called. Score 3-2. Bangor Rams leading late in the first half. This is high school lacrosse on Ticket TV.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
School Lacrosse on Ticket TV is brought to you by the Fitch Company, where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters ready to meet your varied engineering challenges or handling projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com. And it's also brought to you by Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, offering custom blinds, shades, drapery, and other outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor.
All right, just getting set up after the timeout here. Brewer's going to try to get some sort of power play in before the end of the third. So in lacrosse, each team gets 2 timeouts per half. So I'm imagining the Brewer coach here is trying to get a couple extra points in before the quarter actually ends for the first half.
And for those wondering, those timeouts do not carry over to the second half. They pretty much use them or lose them, just like in football.
Yeah, and that's definitely probably why the coach called it with a minute left on the clock.
Brewer taking his time. Youngs getting the pass. Getting it over to Girard. Girard to Harriman.
Bangor's doing a good job keeping them outside that box, keeping them away from the goal. It's hard to take shots from that far out. Number 2 driving him down the side of the field. He says, you cannot get in front of this goal.
Youngs to Girard, looking to get it out front. The bounce shot is going to be easily picked up, but they're going to run out of time here.
And there's the horn.
As long as you get the shot off before the horn, just like in basketball, the shot would count. But Ryan Edgecombe had such a hard angle that really wasn't going to happen. 3-2, the Bangor Rams over the Brewer Witches. We'll be back.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
The marathon of life can be challenging. Chores and responsibilities keep us from the things we once loved and the aspirations we set. But it's never too late to find your second wind. With an affordable, fully online program and advisors to help you along the way, you can cross the finish line at your own pace. Finish strong at the University of Maine.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
High school lacrosse on Ticket TV, brought to you by Glenburn Landscape and Supply. For the best landscaping and landscaping materials and landscaping equipment, it's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn, and also at glenburnlandscape.com. Let's take a look at the highlights brought to you by Heroes. 5 goals in the first half. Bangor's led most of the game here. Let's open it up with the first goal here that came in. This was the unusual hockey goal. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah,
Boom.
you can see it right there.
Yeah, see, that was a very rare play. If you don't watch a lot of high school lacrosse or lacrosse in general, it's very rare. But Will Pelk found that ball on the for the first goal there, and then it was Phil Mosconi with the goal at the opposite end there in the second quarter.
Finds a nice opening, manages to take an overhead shot right around the goalie. Very nice.
And right there, that is that 30? That wasn't 33. Cody Wells.
This is him breaking through 4 players here. Just great athleticism, driving through towards that goal and getting the shot off.
Right. That's Brewer's Stephen Youngs with their goal. And
he's going to wrap on the inside there, managing to break through that long pole. Nice shot.
Eli Marsh with the which I guess you could call the game-leading goal right there, 3-2. Bangor took a 2-0 lead. It was 1-0 Bangor at the end of the first quarter. Bangor made it 2-0. Brewer pulled it within 2-1, and then went 3-1, then 3-2 in this one. Also like to remind you that high school lacrosse on Ticket TV is brought to you by Novus. Novus Auto Glass. You can call Novus Auto Glass today at 945-6688. That's 945-6688 to get your windshield repaired or replaced. You know, this is a game that, honestly, Zach, we were kind of looking at kind of a high-energy game here between these two teams that know each other very well, but it's been just the opposite. They're slowing the ball down against each other.
Yeah, it's been a very slow game. There's been a couple fast break opportunities, but for the most part, there hasn't been any great breakaways. So the teams are taking their time, getting their substitutions in, and thinking about what they want to do on offense and what kind of plays they want to make.
I'm sure familiarity plays a huge role in this. I mean, these are kids that knew each other from youth lacrosse in the Bangor area. You know, Eastern Maine Youth Lacrosse has been played a big role. It's been going on for, I guess, it's been about a decade now.
Yep.
And so a lot of these kids grew up with this sport, but they're not going heavy at them. They're really just kind of taking their sweet time today.
Yeah.
Very meticulous.
And, that is a good point, too, that you bring up with these players knowing each other very well. Is that, if you know a player, you might know whether he's strong on his right or left hand. That's kind of an advantage to some of these defenders out here today.
3-2, the Bangor Rams leading right now. We'll be right back.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
High school lacrosse on Ticket TV is brought to you by Union Street Towing. Are you stuck on the side of the road? Well, Union Street Towing has you covered. 24/7 statewide, from breakdowns to lockouts. We'll get you moving fast. 942-4200, driven to be there when you need us most. Also, Ticket TV's coverage of high school lacrosse brought to you by Uno's Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. And for takeout, you can call 947-5000, 947-5000, or visit unos.com. Let's take a look at the upcoming live events here on Ticket TV, and also on the radio part of it as well here. Braves, Red Sox going on right now, if you're listening live, 6:10 p.m. Tomorrow, we got Black Bear Baseball at UConn at 12:30. Red Sox taking on the Braves at 6:15 tomorrow. And on Sunday, we got 12:35. We got the Atlanta Braves one more time with the Red Sox. And Mets-Yankees Sunday Night Baseball at 6 p.m. on Sunday. We'll take a break. This is High School Lacrosse on Ticket TV.
Twenty 2024 was a fantastic year of growth for Next Home Experience, and it's all because of you. Thank you for choosing Next Home Experience for buying and selling your next home. Here's to a fantastic 2025. Get looped. Get sold. Next Home Experience.
High School Lacrosse on Ticket TV brought to you by Bennett Auto Center. You can experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor at BennettAutoCenter.com. 3-2 in favor of the Bangor Rams in a game that's been very meticulous, been slow-moving, the kind of game you usually see up and down. We're not seeing that today, and I think that both coaches want that today.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. I remember talking to the Bangor coach there, and he definitely said that they wanted to try to identify the Brewer Witches defense and figure out where they can find weak spots and take advantage of those. So I'll be excited to see how they go into the second half.
Opening face-off of the third quarter. Won by Bangor, taking it by Ian Blackwell.
Had a bit of a fast break moment there. Didn't quite find the opportunity for a shot, but they were moving the ball around quick, trying to find something. They decided to go ahead and settle it.
All right, we got Mosconi getting the ball over to Perron. Right now it's Marsh. And once again, Bangor moving it around slowly but surely. Back up top for Moscone. And with them moving it around, we'd like to remind you that Doors Equipment is your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all of your equipment needs. Now offering $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select models. DoorsEquipment.com.
All right, trying to find a lot of screen opportunities here. White is definitely trying to set some picks on 5-0 right there.
This is Marsh again, trying to get the move, and he got in earlier. Not that time, though, as Brewer takes the ball away. That's Jacoby Freeman.
Ooh, messes up the clear, passes it into the offense there, manages to pick it back up, tried to take a shot, bounces off the goalie. Brewer picks it up and transitions down the field.
All right, Noah Kanan getting the ball back for the Witches. Getting ahead to Dumond. Dumond looking to work his way around.
Finds an opening in the middle. There's a shot. Ooh, skips on the ground, goes just wide of the goal.
Yeah, it's Cole Harriman with the shot there, but Ryan Edgecombe was there closest to the ball when it went out of bounds.
And those bounce shots can be very hard to read as a goalie. So if we see some good saves from the goalie on those bounce shots, it's real impressive.
Taken away by Chase Karen of Bangor. Thinking about going coast to coast. Nope, he's going to get it ahead. And then getting it back over as Moscone chases it down. One of those rare fast breaks we've seen today.
Yeah.
Matson. Take a sweet time, actually. Matson gets the ball over and eventually down to Marsh.
Looks like they're going to work it behind X here, take it nice and slow.
And while they're taking it slow, we'd like to remind you high school lacrosse. Brought to you by Pat's Pizza in Hamden. Whether you're playing or just watching, it could be baseball, softball, lacrosse, whatever. You can work up an appetite. That is when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden, 947-6488 or patspizzahamden.com. There's the shot coming in. Once again, Eli Marsh slowly working his way in and finds, I almost would call that a skip shot, getting it low in there.
Oh, yeah, he brought it down nice and low. We'll see right here, he's going to draw the slide. As he cuts right, the defender leaves his man wide open and allows him to get that shot, skips right on the ground. Just like I said, those skip shots are so hard to read.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's worked his way. I believe that's his second goal of the night here. And the first one was more your typical, I got to work my way in. But he was, yeah, you're right. He was left wide open and found the lower corner.
Mm-hmm. That's the strength of drawing those slides, challenging and pulling a defenseman away from one of your teammates.
Bangor winning that face-off. Philly Moscone. Philly, you're probably way too young to ever hear of Willie Moscone. He was a great pool player when I was a kid here, so that's why that name throwing me off.
You know, I have to say, I don't think I've ever watched any pool games live.
You're probably not. There was a lot more. There was a lot more limited television watching there back in the 70s and 80s. In any event, yeah, we had ball was loose and it was actually caught in the cross and came out and hit the ground. That goes down as an illegal procedure, and that's why the ball goes back the other way. Brewer had control of it. Now we have a loose ball on the field. Eventually picked up by Bangor. Griffin Faulkner getting hold of it.
He's carrying it right up the field. You can see right on the midline, one of the middies just stayed back to make sure that there was always someone back. That goes into our offsides rule where there's only, someone got hit big.
Yeah, we had a push from behind. And we have a man down right now.
We're going to go ahead and give them time to get that player off the field.
Yeah, he's going to be all right. That is that number 15? Is that Connor Girard? Yep, he gets back there. So he's going to be okay. High school lacrosse on the ticket, on Ticket TV. That is brought to you by The Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polishing your home in style for a fraction of the retail cost. Check us first, check us often. Do green. Sustainability is always trending. 548 Hammond Street in Bangor, The Growing Place. I'm just glad he's along. So that is going to go down. So that's locked in.
Yeah, it looks like it was a 2 minutes for unnecessary roughness. It looked like our 1-5 Connor there. He was going down to scoop the ball. He wasn't really looking at his surroundings, and someone came and cleaned him out. That's hitting a defenseless player, and it's going to be an unnecessary roughness. And they locked that in for 2 minutes. He is not getting off that penalty easy today. Looks like they're bringing it back up to half to get it started. So in the defensive half, if there's a penalty, they'll bring it right up to half.
Yeah, I believe that's called a free clear for Brewer, and Stephen Young's taking it up.
We see White here doing a nice job setting up a zone defense, kind of setting up a box in front of the crease there, keeping the Brewer Witches out.
Stephen Young's getting it over to Edgecombe.
So in these man-up scenarios, with those familiar with like hockey and several other sports, this is kind of what's called a power play. Oh.
Hold on, we got a player down here. This was an interesting play here. We had Chase Caron. If we can take a look at this, Chase Caron had knocked him down, knocked the ball out of him.
Yeah, looks like I think the stick comes across. Oh, he trips and he lands and hits hard on his hip. So there's no flag on the play. It looks like he just slipped and fell. So it's going to be nothing there, but definitely landed hard. He is hopefully nothing too bad.
While they're taking a look at him, we'd like to remind you that the morning roast comes your way on 92.9 The Ticket, 6 to 8 a.m. weekdays, and also the drive, the afternoon drive, great show there, 4 to 6 p.m. every weekday here. Not here, but on the radio here, 92.9 The Ticket. Taking a look at the Brewer school profile, David Utterback, the outstanding athletic director there at Brewer, 704 kids there. Brent Slowakowski, great man right there, principal at Brewer High School. We all know they're the Witches. Did you know that back in 1887, Brewer's Penobscot Salmon Club opened as the first and, well, not the only, obviously, but the oldest fishing club in the United States. It has a tradition sending the first salmon caught each season to the president. That is an old picture. You're taking a look at George Herbert Walker Bush and Vice President Dan Quayle. We're going back quite a ways there, so it might be the first picture they have of that.
That is a fun fact. I didn't know that we did that. That's really something special for Maine and for Brewers Penobscot Salmon Club there.
And also taking a look at Bangor's profile as well. 1,100 kids at roughly 1,100 at Bangor High School. Steve Venedestein, the longtime running athletic director. Paul Bettler, the man in charge, as principal. Sam the Ram. Did you know that was the name of the Ram there? Sam's the Ram.
I didn't know that.
All right. Very good. And did you know Bangor, I think we all knew this, Bangor is the home of the Maine Savings Amphitheater, one of the largest outdoor musical venues in northern New England, which reminds me, I got to check to see who's in concert this summer. Haven't had a chance to do that just yet.
Yeah, I think I'll be seeing Rides Against there coming this fall. As number 2 makes the field way off the field here, Jim's going to go ahead and cut to.
Well, first of all, we want to acknowledge Ryan Edgecombe. He seems to be, he's moving off, but he's going to be okay, it appears there. Ticket TV's coverage of high school lacrosse brought to you by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan. Route 1 Hancock, and also Tony's FairwayAuto.com. Yeah, that was a very strange spill that Mr. Edgecombe took down there. It looked to be kind of a trip, kind of a slip ball. And
it looked like he slipped, lost his footing, and landed right on his hip. These turf fields, they have a bit of a rubber basing, but they can be really, really hard.
I'll take another look at this here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any trip. It looks like he was trying to roll back and just lost his footing.
Right. It doesn't seem to be any contact made by Bangor's Chase Caron there. I mean, at first it looked like he got him with a bit of a slash there, kind of a stabbing slash, but he seemed to go down on his own there.
Mm-hmm.
If there was definitely a stabbing slash, we would have seen a flag down there.
Yep. Doesn't seem like there's any flag on the play, so they're just going to go ahead and start the ball back out in the alley.
All right.
Anytime there's an injury on the field, the referee can just go ahead and stop play, and that's just what exactly happened there.
Okay, Brewer had control of the ball when play was stopped.
So they're going to maintain it.
Trey Dumond taking the ball for the Witches.
which is still in a man-up scenario due to that penalty earlier. So we'll go ahead and see what they do with it.
And that's a locked-in penalty, by the way. They're going to have the full minute 16 and counting, no matter how many goals they score here.
And that's an important thing to touch on, too. Locked-in penalties versus non-locked-in penalties. So if a penalty isn't locked in, it can actually be removed off the clock if the other team scores a goal. Locked-in penalties will stay in no matter if a goal is scored or not.
It's a similar situation between major and minor penalties in hockey. Brewer moving around, trying to get the ball down low to Mason Sherry. Ball gets away, and Bangor goes the other way. Ian Blackwell possibly looking to go coast to coast.
And definitely looks like they're going to try to burn some time on that penalty there. Number 11, seeing that that's what they're trying to do, is definitely keeping the pressure up. And they're sending 2-man after him right now.
This is Perrin looking to get the ball up, and once again, Bangor moving around, taking the sweet time. Brewer gets a little hand on the ball, but looks like that ball went off. Yeah, went off Mattsson's stick last for Bangor. It's going to be Brewer ball right here. Nice move by Cam Peters, and Peters getting the ball forward.
Taking a far-out shot, manages to go wide on that. Those shots from way out top there, beyond the 20 there, can be pretty difficult, and especially at the angle he was. There's not a lot of visible net. Looks like he's going to try it again. Just outside. Goalie gets hold of the ball. He's going to look to clear it up the field.
Yep, Nick Horton grabbed that one relatively easily. Gets it up to Ian Blackwell. Blackwell checked down. Brewer looking to get the ball back. We got a ball loose, but taken right back by Chase Caron.
Chase really ran in there and picked that ball up nice and clean. That's good ground ball work by Chase.
And Eli Marsh with the errant pass going out of bounds. Going to be Brewer ball one more time. High school lacrosse on Ticket TV brought to you by Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas features luxury recliners and upgraded food menus. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com.
Looks like there was a push with possession on the play there, so there's a flag down.
Wait for the call coming in for Mr. Howes. Yep, it's going to be a holding penalty. That is a technical foul, and for you basketball aficionados, a technical foul is not a big deal. It's only a 30-second foul, only a 30-second penalty here.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't throw it on the push-up there just before they pushed behind X, but I didn't quite see the hold on it.
There you go. The important thing is Mr. Howes did.
Yeah, Mr. Howes has probably got better eyes than I do.
There you go, especially from up here. Trey Dumont. They still have a 30-second man-up situation here.
The original 2-minute locked-in penalty has cleared, though, so as soon as those 30 seconds are up, they're going to be even again. Brewer, which is moving across the top, trying to find a 2-on-1 situation where they can really take advantage of it and try to find a gap in the Bangor Rams defense.
Girard getting it behind the net.
It's even again. He's going to take that shot up top. Tries to go for a bounce. Bounces not the direction he was hoping on that.
Unfortunately, Trey Dumont was right there to be nearer to the ball when it went out of bounds. Brewer will get the ball back. Dumont looking to beat him. Getting it back up top there to Jacob Look. And Dumont one more time. Working his way around.
Manages to pull two players.
Loses control. It's going to be taken back up, or we'll almost take it back up. Now we get a loose ball push, and it's going to be Brewer's ball in the alley. If a team commits a pushing violation while the ball is loose, it is not a penalty. Well, not the time served in the box. It's what's called a technical foul, and therefore you just get the ball back. It's Mason Sherry getting the ball back to Youngs. And behind the net to Harriman.
Throwing out some poke checks there, trying to get him to dislodge that ball. Manages to break free, but nothing much comes out of it. They knock the ball down. Good sticks in the passing zone there. That's the benefit of those deep holes. You have so much reach. You can guard so much passing lanes.
We got a timeout here with 4:19 remaining in the third quarter. And Ticket TV brings you high school lacrosse thanks to Novus Auto Glass. You can call Novus Auto Glass today at 945-6688 and get your windshield replaced or repaired. Also, Bangor Tire Company, from a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927, the best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com. My name is Jim Baines. The man next to me is Zach Ellis. We're a couple of lacrosse referees that wanted to see a couple games on Ticket TV, so we're kind of glad to be joining you here. And we've had a lot of fun so far, but this, again, and I will say it until we're blue in the face, this is not the upbeat game we were expecting. They're really being much slower than we thought they were going to be today.
Yeah, I myself love aggressive games where the ball is moving fast. There's a lot of goals scored. It just makes for a very exciting thing. But this is also fun because we get to see a lot of the technical work of the players.
Taking a look at the upcoming schedule here for Ticket TV. And actually for the Brewer, not so much for us. How about just for the Brewer Witches? Brewer will have games, or they should say they were at Erskine, lost 9-8, a close one there. They went up to Holton. Or actually, they had it Holton here, 14-5. But they're going to be going to Lincoln Academy. I want to make this clear. That is not Mattanoka. When it says Lincoln, we call Mattanoka Academy colloquially Lincoln sometimes. But we're talking about Lincoln Academy down in Newcastle. And then they will be hosting the Gardner Tigers coming up soon. And taking a look at the Bangor Rams' upcoming schedule, had recent games with Morris and Mount Blue. But they were going to be hosting the Brunswick Dragons coming up next Wednesday, and they were going to be taking on the John Baptist Crusaders. You know, not many sports you get to see a Bangor-John Baptist matchup here, but you can around here. That's going to be next Friday. Right now it's Rams and Witches, 4-2 is the score.
Players are taking the field, getting set up to continue play. Looks like the penalties are all over. It's nice and even. Defense is doing a man-to-man defense. They're taking a player, staying with him, and guarding him.
Ryan Edgecombe looking for the open man, or trying to sneak around maybe for the open shot. He gets the shot off and gets it. I don't know if that was through the 5-hole or in the lower corner, but he manages to pull the Witches within one.
That ball just was riding on the ground, just rolling the whole way in. Let's take a look at it again. Turns.
Very patient, very much looking, and that one skips.
Yeah, right through the 5-hole, right between his legs.
Wow. I tell you, and from this angle it was hard to tell, but that's the kind of patient offense that both teams are looking for in this one. And right now it's a 1-goal game. Bangor winning that face-off. Chase Caron trying to get the ball ahead, gets the ball back. Getting it over to Phil Mosconi.
Looks like they're going to slow it down, get their substitutions on.
And while they're working the ball around, high school lacrosse on Ticket TV brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. The Old Town Redemption Center has been around, or they have been around for 30 years. They're family owned and operated. Open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways every month. Old Town Redemption Center, 13 Chester Street in Old Town, 827-7887.
It's always fun to see how different defenders approach defending X. Some of them will follow the player all the way back there to guard him. Some of them will stay up by the goalie and just cut across the goal and kind of use it as an obstacle for that.
Zach, you mentioned defending X. Tell us about that lacrosse term here.
Yeah, so X is a very, very common lacrosse term. It basically just represents that space right behind the goal. Got a big ground ball here. Lots of players and lots of sticks right there.
Finally chased down by Bangor's Mosconi. Mosconi looks like he has an open lane here. Loses control of the ball.
Nice trail check there. He was dangling it behind him, and the defense managed to get their stick right on it.
Mosconi battling. Several players battling right now for the Witches and Rams. Are finally picked up and controlled by Cody Wells.
It's important to note on these ground balls, too, the players don't just have to use their sticks to move the ball around. They can also kick the ball and try to get it to open space. So we might see a bit of that on these ground balls. And keep an eye out for it.
Will Pelk corrals the pass. If you're trying to find where the boundary lines, they are the blue lines on the field.
Ooh, nice lift check by 2-1 there. Manages to make the shot just go a little wild, and the goalie made a good save.
The check there by Lyndon Baker. And Brewer takes the ball back. And
Bangor snatches it out of the air.
Yeah, Eli Marsh read that one easily. But Brewer's going to just take it back one more time here. That's the goalie, Cody McHugh. Getting a long pass. Let's see if it's corralled. It is finally corralled.
Looks like he's got a breakaway. He's trying to beat his man. Ooh, he had an open man, but the ball went just a little far out of his reach.
Yeah, Harriman wasn't quite there to get that one. Going back the other way is Noah Denman for the Rams. Denman getting ahead to Marsh, who I don't think he was aware that pass was coming to him. Getting it back over to Perrin.
Brewer, which is finding their mans and getting into a settled defense. Bangor setting up for a good offense.
All right, getting it over to Marsh for the Rams. Once again, they're slowing it down. We're in the last minute of play in the third quarter.
You can see the defense swap their mans there. 5-0 got beat, so he handed over to 5 and ended up taking 5's player. Ooh.
Low angle shot finds the net. Wait a minute.
Looks like it was a crease violation.
It's going
to be a no goal.
Crease violation waved off.
So this is an important time to talk about, is there an injury on the play?
Looks like it, but
let's take a look at the replay real quick, see what happens here. So he drives in, trying to get that shot off. Looks like he enters the crease before he takes the shot.
Yep.
The crease is that blue circle around the goal, and offensive players are not allowed to go in there.
That's correct. It looks like he did touch it just before the shot was released, so that's going to negate the goal. Yeah, looking ahead for what we got coming up on Ticket TV. We're going to have more lacrosse for you next Wednesday. Zach and I will be back here over at Husson University for Hamden Academy Broncos and the John Baptist Crusaders there. That's a 6:45 scheduled time. We also have softball coming up here next Thursday. You got the Old Town Coyotes. And is that the Ellsworth Eagles? Looks like the Eagles right there of Ellsworth. And one more big battle here in softball. The Hamden Academy taking on, I'm going to assume, I can't tell if that's the Bangor Rams or Coney. I'm going to go with the Bangor Rams on this one. Yes.
Yeah. I actually got to talk with the Hamden Academy coach just the other day. He's excited to have our show here covering his team. So I'm excited to be over there next week.
The player's still down. That's Will Pelk, who I can't tell if he first got hit or where exactly went down. I want to take a look at the if we get that look at the replay one more time here.
I think when he fell into the crease, he might have hit something off of the goalpost. Let's take a look, see if we can spot that.
All right. He gets. Yeah, I didn't see it shoved. Oh, okay.
Watch his leg comes around, hits the side of the bar there.
That would do it. Yeah, that would do it right there. That's why he's taking his time getting back up here. High School Lacrosse on Ticket TV brought to you by Pushaw Energy. At Pushaw Energy, their goal is to provide heating fuel at the lowest possible cost. Give them a chance to be your oil company, and you will not be disappointed. If they're offering on-call, they're offering on-call and automatic delivery service in the greater Bangor area. Call 949-9108 or visit pushawenergy.com.
Oh, yep. That leg is definitely hurt. Hit it right off the post. Hopefully he recovers quick and is able to play for the rest of the season. That's always the worst if you're not able to get the rest of the season in.
Rather unusual way it all came about here. We took a look at the replay there. And he got the shot off, although he did hit the crease, but then just kind of rolled into it. I don't know if it's and it really didn't. It wasn't a lot of contact from behind that rolled him into that.
I think he was just trying to stop before the line and got tripped up on his own feet there. And you're right, it's super unusual. I don't usually see players running into the posts there.
Yeah, wow, Mr. Pelk is helped off the field. Also like to remind you that high school athletics and high school lacrosse brought to you by Maine Athletics. All right, go Black Bears. For Black Bear tickets, you can call the ticket office at 581-BEAR, or you can visit goblackbears.com. Action is back. Pass is going to be a little too, well, they're going to corral him. Yeah, they're still battling for it.
That was good teamwork and good ball movement there. And you saw that 2-4 there actually kicked the ball to his teammate so his teammate could scoop it. That was very impressive ground ball work.
Bangor working its way up, and pass goes a little too long, and Brewer will pick that right up and lost it right back again.
Manages to pass it up to midfield. Ooh, the pass goes right through and swap back over to Bangor. See if he can break free and pick that ball back up.
A lot of loose balls in this last few bits here. You got Griffin Faulkner losing control. Well, time expires, and we'll give the guys a break here to talk about the upcoming fourth quarter. 4-3, this is high school lacrosse on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Ticket TV is brought to you by Traditions Golf Club and Learning Center in Holden. The Traditions course is open, and after some swings on the range, you can enjoy Pat's Pizza and some craft brews right at the bar. Route 1A in Holden, just across the Brewer City line.
So one thing I wanted to talk about, too, on these face-offs, you'll notice that sometimes they're putting these defensive poles, these long sticks, on the face-off, and that's just to give them an advantage on those ground ball scenarios because the D poles are so strong on ground balls.
The bounce shot is controlled, or I should say corralled there, by Perron. Perron, I think he prefers the pronunciation. Bangor still in control. Perron behind the net. And this is the same stalled offense we've seen pretty much all game. In case you're wondering, there is no shot clock in high school lacrosse. They do have it at the collegiate level where you have 80 seconds to get the ball on net. So basically a shot on goal, a goalie save will reset it. But no shot clock, but there is a get it in, keep it in situation later in the game with less than 2 minutes to go. We'll talk about that when we get there. And that's a way for the team that's ahead to prevent themselves from stalling.
Ooh, tipped out of the air. It was a good look. If it made through, that might have been a good shot on goal. Goalie rushes to the ball and manages to get it for his team.
Yeah, I think they ruled that one a pass there. I think they were trying to sell that one as a shot, and which was definitely not. But it was taken back there by Brewer. Do we have a loose ball push? Yes. Loose ball push.
Back to Bangor.
It's going to go back to Bangor. Perrin getting the ball behind the net there, or keeping DeMarsh back up top for Karen.
Now, one of the strategies the Bangor coach was talking about is he was really emphasizing some off-ball movement. So as the ball is moving around, try to pay attention to a lot of the other players who are not near the ball and how they move around the field, trying to find openings where they can.
Mosconi getting the pass up to Karen. Ball's loose. Picked up by Walters. Bangor has absolutely no reason to rush things along. They can take as much time as they need. Mosconi trying to get a skip pass or a skip shot in there. Goes wide, but right there is Ian Blackwell. And he'll take it back in. And Bangor can do this all day there, Zach.
Oh, yeah. They don't mind taking those shots from up on top of the 20 there. I think that's their sweet spot.
It's Eli Marsh. Looking to break in. We'll get the shot off. Goes wide, but right there is Perrin. And once again, if you're not familiar with lacrosse, if there's a shot that goes out of bounds, whoever's closest to the ball when the ball goes out of bounds keeps the ball. That's why Bangor still has it. Mosconi looking to get in. Actually, it's a little pass over. Back to Marsh.
Lots of off-ball movement, trying to confuse that defense and find any openings that they can. Trying to cut in towards that goal, see if they can make some space. He's looking to challenge 5-0 there and drive in. Doesn't seem to work. He pops back out, and he's looking for a pass.
Yeah, Walter's thinking about it and decided to back off for now.
Wonder if he's going to challenge him right here. Yep, looks like there's going to be a challenge. He drives in, takes a shot. Strong right arm, just wide.
The only one even close to the ball there was Eli Marsh. So Bangor will keep the ball. It's a very common thing to keep a couple offensive players behind the net in case the ball goes out of bounds on a shot. Walters.
That defensive man trying to get right on top of him.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder if his stick broke. He's running off the field.
Yeah, it's all too common there. And it's funny, a lot of teams would take advantage of that and make a move on the goal. Bangor's still taking a sweet time. McHugh.
Ooh. It looks like they did take advantage of it. It just took them a second to figure out what they wanted to do.
All right. Brewer knocked the ball out. It's going to be back to the Rams.
That stick's still just lying on the field there. Hopefully none of the players get tripped up on that. It's going to be kind of a little bit of a hazard.
I'll tell you what, Bangor might use that to their advantage and use it as kind of a pick.
Yeah, you can see the defender there. He keeps eyeing it, trying to make sure he knows where it is. And, yeah, 1-4 was definitely trying to take advantage of that. Smart play. Good stick check. Makes him shoot wide.
Yep. Mosconi gets the ball to Marsh, who shot goes out of bounds. Perrin with the ball now.
Ref's given time for them to get that broken stick off the field. Wow, look at that thing. That thing is just dangling. I'm surprised it's holding on.
Yeah, that's one. That one goes to the trash. Austin Walters looking to break in. Getting the ball back up top here. Marsh.
2-8's giving him space to charge in.
Oh, Marsh loses his footing, but managed to have his teammate Perrin right there. Back to Marsh. Marsh thinking about it. See if he can sneak another one in. Gets the shot off, save, and taken back by the Witches.
Nice, good pass to 4 in the middle there. We might have a fast break opportunity here. They're going to try to pass it around and take advantage of that man-up scenario, taking a shot on goal. Goalie saves. Nice save.
Yeah, Stephen Youngs gets the great pass to Ryan Edgecombe, but fantastic save there by the Rams, and the Witches get it back.
Flag is down.
Yep, a little too much there. Well, we got 2 flags. Well, I'm assuming they both had the same one. Well, ball goes out of bounds, and I'm going to see what Mr. Howe's call is here. What'd you get him for? Okay, 1 minute slashing penalty on Austin Walters. And this is a fantastic opportunity here for the Witches to tie it up. They have not, aside from tying 0-0 at the beginning of the game, Bangor has led the whole way. Pass over to Gerard.
Looks like they're trying to pass around and find some open spots on the top of the box there. You can see the offense is really squeezing that defense in. That way they can try to get a good shot off from the top of the box.
Yeah, Brewer moving the ball much quicker than before. Shot gets off, can't get it through, and Bangor takes over. It's Griffin Faulkner looking to get a lane downfield. Eli Marsh getting ahead with a great pass.
Nice save by the goalie.
Great save there. But it's going to be Brewer ball.
And that's something you should not let happen, especially if you're in a man-up scenario there where the players are just so ahead of the defense there. That's why that shot happened.
Simon Harrison was the closer man to the ball when that went out. Ball's loose and taken back by the Rams. You got Ian Blackwell.
Looks like the penalty's over, so it looks like we're just going to be back to even numbers here on the field. Bangor's slowing it down, getting set up.
This would be a good time to tell you that high school lacrosse brought to you on Ticket TV by Hillside Athletics. Hillside Athletics in Bangor proudly supports high school lacrosse and also the Bangor Babes Training Facility, feeding hit tracks, spinball machines, indoor turf, and batting cages. You can visit hillsideathletics.com, where you can find them on Facebook. Rams getting the ball back once again.
Looking to get that touch in the box there. Count still on. There's our touch. And that's an interesting thing about the 10-second count. Only the ball has to hit that restraining box. Even if the player doesn't have possession of it, if it hits that box, 10-second count is settled.
Yeah, but once if they got the count, threw the ball away, and then Brewer threw the ball back to Bangor. We got a skip shot on here. It's going to go back to the Rams. Following it is Marc-Andre Perrin.
Lots of shots from the Bangor team in these past couple minutes. Lots of shots.
And while Bangor slows it down, we'd like to tell you about Sweet Cheeks Bakery. And don't forget to stock up on your favorite sweets. We'll tell you about Sweet Cheeks in just a minute there. First, we got a timeout? Or do we have a... No. Crease violation. We had a violation of some sort in any event.
Ball stays with Brewer.
We'll come back to that one. Right now, Brewer taking it up. Ball gets away.
Looks like it might roll out of bounds. He might be able to get it. Manages to snatch it.
And if you're looking for the out-of-bounds line, it's a blue line that's going through the red end zone there. That one's going to sail out of bounds right there. Let's get back to Sweet Cheeks, shall we? Sweet Cheeks Bakery. Do forget to stock up on your favorite sweets from Sweet Cheeks before or after the game with locations of Verona, Island, Ellsworth, and they're open 24/7 at 113 May Road in Holden.
4 wide open. Does he drive to the goal? Yep, he's driving. He's going to take a shot. Ooh, awesome save. The goalie gets his legs down and uses it to block that shot.
And Stephen Youngs with a golden opportunity there. And the goalie's taking its sweet time, throws the ball away. It could be picked up back by Brewer. Nope, still control. Nope. And offside. One Bangor Ram stepped offside, gives the ball right back.
Offsides in lacrosse, of course, means that you have too many players on any side of the field. So in the offensive half, you're only allowed 6 offensive players. And on your defensive side, you're allowed 7 defenders. That's including the goalie.
Behind the net, looking to get the pass to Youngs. He'll pick that up. Youngs looking for the right move.
Now, we've seen a lot of great saves from Nick Horton, the 4-0 Bangor goalie there. We actually got a moment to talk to him earlier on in the game, right before it got started. He's actually looking to go to Suffolk in Boston for accounting. He doesn't have any lacrosse prospects for college. He's just looking to have fun while he's here.
Shot goes wide. Cole Harriman right there. to take the ball for the Witches. Brewer looking to tie this one up.
Really pressing for it. We're getting down within the 2 minutes of the last quarter here, so we might see some stall rules come into effect. And that's going to be applied on Bangor, the leading team. So what's going to happen is if Bangor gets possession, moves their offensive half of the field within the last 2 minutes of play, they're going to have to keep it inside that blue box. They cannot let the ball leave it. We'll see how that plays out.
Right now, Bangor's going to, it looks like Brewer's going to take the timeout. That's their first of two. Both teams get 2 timeouts per half. I believe that's the first timeout that either team has called there. We also like to remind you that Bangor Brewer, anybody's lacrosse here on Ticket TV is brought to you by North Star Waste and Welding. And also Saliba's Rug Cleaners. For over 70 years, family-owned Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor has been cleaning and repairing rugs with care. You can visit their new location at 69 Hillside Avenue. You can get a free quote at salibasrugcleaners.com. Clean rugs for a healthy home. Let's touch on that for a little bit here, Zach, there. So if and when Brewer does get the ball back, then there's going to be a stall rule come into play. Assuming Brewer doesn't score here. If it's a tie ball game, then there's not going to be any stall rules.
Yeah.
So I guess we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here.
So Brewer won't have the stall rules against them because they're the away team and they are down 1. It's only going to be in effect for Bangor.
Also like to remind you that Ticket TV is always free, always live, and always on demand, which means you can watch this game or any other broadcast that Ticket TV has ever done again and again and again. You got a friend who's playing in this game, you got a relative who's playing in this game or any other game. If Ticket TV covered it, you can watch it anytime you want. And we're glad to bring it here. This is something new for us here at Ticket TV, bringing high school lacrosse here. Zach Ellis is my color man here. My name is Jim Baines. We're a couple of lacrosse refs who basically talked the boss into doing lacrosse. You can get to do a couple of lacrosse games this year. We wanted to try it out, see how that goes, and so far so good. And you know what? We knew we wanted to get a couple local teams in,
Yeah, I'm super excited doing this, and I'm glad that Ticket TV is doing it free and live on demand. My dad's actually watching it from home right now, and he's pretty excited about it.
Very good. Where's your dad?
My dad is based out of Newport. He's over by the Durham Bridge.
All right, the Witches looking to tie this one up. That's Stephen Youngs looking to roll in. Shot's going to go wide, and it's going to be Brewer chasing that down. And once again, Brewer was closer to the ball when the ball went out of bounds after a shot, so Brewer keeps it. Inside of 2 minutes.
Brewer's really going to have to push that ball, try to tie up the game here.
It was Dumont behind the net. Eventually getting the ball up top to Youngs. Stephen Youngs looking for the alley. Can't find it. Getting over to O'Daly.
Trying to find some good challenging matchups. Driving through, loses control of the ball. It goes on the ground. It's going to be a scrum. Looks like Bangor's able to pick it up.
Okay, so Bangor
has
lost control of it. So Brewer is going to get it back. What a time for that. Wasted no time getting the ball back up and live.
Bangor being very aggressive on the defense. They know Brewer wants to score, so they are making sure that they do not get the opportunity.
Dumont's shot hits the post. We have a flag down after the 1 minute warning.
Looks like it's probably going to be an unnecessary roughness. I think the white defenseman there kind of came in from behind and hit him right on the back of the neck.
We'll get the call from Jeff House here to see who it was.
He's yelling at him for throwing the stick there.
Okay, that is an illegal
body check.
Yeah, legal body check here. That is a 1 minute penalty. This is not locked in, so this is just like a minor penalty in hockey. If Brewer scores and ties it up, the penalty is released.
If Brewer had any opportunity to tie it up, this is it. They have the man-up situation. It's looking in Brewer's favor to tie the game up right now. Let's see how they make best of it.
O'Daly over on the left side of the field, right to the keeper. Will take the ball, get it back up top to Youngs. Over to Gerard. working around. There's the shot.
Bounces off of one of the defensemen.
This one goes wide. Who gets there first? It looks like the Brewer Witches get there first.
And it's important to note here on shots, even if it hits or makes contact with another player on the shot and it tips out, we're still going to count it by whoever's closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds.
Odele loses control. Back up top. Inside of 30 seconds. It's Edgecombe looking in. The shot coming from Youngs.
Saved by Nick. 15 seconds left. Bangor's just got to control the ball.
Long pass. Could go for anybody, but this could be, well, it will be picked up by Brewer and then taken back to Bangor. And I think time's going to run out on the Witches there. He's not going to get the shot off in time. That is going to do it. The final score, Bangor 4, Brewer 3. In a game with a lot of slow-down offense, and it worked to the Bangor Rams' advantage today.
It certainly did. No, it was fun to watch. It was good to see all of the techniques that the players were employing. A lot of man-up situations where the ball was being passed around looking for openings that led to quite a few shots on goal. It was very, very fun to watch, and I'm excited to see where these teams go in the season.
And just a reminder, too, now this is an inter-class matchup. Bangor, much bigger school than Brewer. Brewer is a Class B school. Bangor's a Class A. But these kids, they've known each other for a very long time as part of the Eastern Maine Youth Lacrosse movement here. That's gone on. Final score 4-3. Zach and I will be back with a wrap-up.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
We've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. Right now, Darling's has lots of trucks and lots of great deals. Mavericks, Rangers, Lightnings, dozens of F-150s, and powerful workhorses of the Ford Super Duty line. Our staff will find the perfect truck for you. Whether you're buying a new truck for the family, work, or fun, we've got your truck at Darling's Bangor Ford. You'll do better at Darling's.
High school lacrosse on Ticket TV is brought to you by Hannaford Bar Harbor. Hannaford Bar Harbor is proud to support local youth sports, including high school girls softball and boys baseball. You can visit them at 86 Cottage Street for fresh food, friendly service, and a commitment to our community. Learn more at hannaford.com. In a game that was billed as a high-scoring or supposed to be high-scoring affair, turned out to be a 5-4 game. And in lacrosse animals and annuals, that's really not a high-scoring game, but it turned out to be a fun one just the same.
Yeah, I think what really led to it being such a low-scoring game was both offenses were taking their time, settling, and trying to figure out what they wanted to do. Also that, we had a lot of great saves by both goalies on either side. So most of the shots that were taken didn't end up making any goals.
Right. Well, the one goal in question. Let's talk about the play of the game here. We're going to go with the basically turned out to be the game winner, the final goal of the game. If we do have footage of that.
All right.
Yeah. This is the one from Eli Marsh. And Marsh had two. He also had that great goal in, I believe, the second quarter there, where he kind of rolled in from the left side and poked in there. But
that was really a great play because we had a lot of good teamwork where the player at top of the box drew the slide, pulled the defender away from Marsh there, and Marsh was able to just easily come in and take a nice shot on goal.
Yeah, and despite the fact that Marsh was the only man who had 2 goals in this game, I believe, we got to go with the this is the goal right here that he had, the goal in the first half. Great
nice
move
inside
in there.
Roll right up top.
All right. Despite the fact that Marsh had 2 goals in this game, for the player of the game, we've got to go with the goalie, Nick Horton for Bangor. I mean, we didn't get a save count, but keeping him in the game the way he did was outstanding.
There were so many opportunities where the shots from Brewer should have gone in that goal. They had a great opportunity, and Nick Horton stopped it. He did an excellent job blocking those shots. Very impressive work by the goalie there.
All right. Let's take a look at upcoming scheduled contests here on Ticket TV. There we go. We got more lacrosse coming up next Wednesday as the Hamden Academy Broncos will be taking on the John Babs Crusaders. That game is a roughly 6:45 start here. It may be 7. Some of these games tend to be a little loose in the actual start time, depending on several things. But in any event, it's going to be Broncos and Crusaders. That game will be at Husson University next Wednesday. Zach and I will be there for that. Also, 2 softball games next week. Next Thursday, it's going to be the Ellsworth Eagles taking on the Old Town Coyotes. And also we have the Hamden Academy Broncos taking on the Bangor Rams in softball next Friday as well. In regards to lacrosse, this is our first lacrosse broadcast here. We had to choose, 2 local teams here to kind of get a feel for it and to show people how lacrosse has grown. It's really been about 10 years that we've had local lacrosse here, or I should say youth lacrosse here in the area.
Yeah. I'm 26 now. I started playing lacrosse back in 6th grade, and at that point, never heard of it before. We started the team with just 7 players. Oh, we got some highlights here. Let's take a look at those.
I'll tell you what, this is really what it's all about, what these guys have done. And, right after the game, these guys were handshaking. These guys have known each other for a long time. We were talking with the Brewer coach before this game, and they had a really rough game between Brewer and Hamden, and it was a very rough game. But after that, these guys were handshaking. They were in a great mood, and one of the officials, who shall remain nameless because he's a good dude, I don't want to embarrass him, but he was saying, you guys really don't hate each other after the way you've hit each other? No, we don't. This is the way we roll around here. We play hard on the field, but we get together well off the field, and it was great to see that happen as well today here. So, Bangor taking the 5-4 win over Brewer. For Zach Ellis, I'm Jim Baines. That will do it here for Ticket TV.
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Maine football's purpose and belief are represented in the One Direction arrow. The arrow is a reminder that it takes all of us working together to be the best. Black Bear Nation, Join us as we work in one direction towards victory. One team, one state, one direction.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
High school sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street, Bangor, Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street, Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Hidden Meadows Golf Course in Old Town, where golf is for everyone. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Heroes is the place to be. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. UMaine Athletics. For Black Bear tickets, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-BEAR. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's education for 56 years. Ticket TV is also brought to you by Darling's Auto Group, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Bangor Mall Cinemas, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, Doors Equipment Company, Union Street Towing, Pushaw Energy, The Fitch Company, Bennett Auto Center, The Growing Place, Hillside Athletics, UMaine Early College, Bangor Tire Company, Old Town Redemption Center, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Traditions Golf Course, North Star Waste and Recycling, Bar Harbor Hannaford, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Hopkins Energy, Coastal Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, and Thomas College. High school sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and 92.9 The Ticket.
That's all the